What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Vet, and I am getting ready to walk into right now to go see Blue Beetle. And I got my friend Michael in there, and when we're done with this, I don't know if Michael has to be anywhere, but I will at least do a fresh out of the theater review. We're here at Cinemark, Rave Cinemas, and so it's just me tonight. I'm kind of winging it with my friend Michael, but Michael's here. What's up, Michael?
Hey! Hey, everybody, how you doing?
So I was just telling him, because usually I do these like out of the theater reviews, and most of the time they're good. Sometimes they end up leading to like detrimental, like life-changing things. But I told him, I said, my friend Michael's in there. I'm just here tonight. I said, I don't know if Michael has anywhere to be, but like if not, we'll just do our review when we come out. So
I have nowhere to be tonight.
So there you go. So he's here with me, and you'll get Michael's views on Blue Beetle as well. So we're gonna go inside and watch the movie now.
All right, cool.
All right, folks, so we are fresh out of the theater, and this is my buddy Michael.
Hey, everybody.
Say hi to Michael, everybody. I'm sure the comment section will be just blowing up with, hi, Michael, hi, Michael, hi, Michael, hi, Michael.
That's fine.
Anyways, Michael's been a good friend for a long time. Big nerd. Who's your favorite superhero?
Actually, my favorite is a split between Bruce Wayne, Batman, and Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
Those are good, yeah.
Because, Bruce is just an ordinary person that has trained his body and his mind to be Batman. Then Hal was just given a ring, but everything goes off his willpower and his imagination. So it's like he's just an ordinary guy that was given a ring, but everything is still mental.
Yeah.
So,
and that's a great transition because we just watched Blue Beetle.
Yes.
And so I'll go to you first, Michael. What are your impressions of the Blue Beetle movie?
Actually, it was very well done. I'm very impressed with it, and I could actually see the actor that played Blue Beetle. You can see how his time on Cobra Kai really helped develop him for this. And I'm going to take my glasses off because I see a lot of glare coming here. Oh my God.
So we've established that Michael is old.
Well, I've been wearing glasses since elementary.
Oh, well, there you go.
But I know how to take pictures. I just bring my head down and get the glare off. So the trick's over when I was younger, learning in now. So, okay. So now, his time with Cobra Kai is really changing, or really helping develop the character and the action, because there's a lot of martial arts in that, and he's doing a lot in Cobra Kai. So he did a fantastic job as Blue Beetle and as Jaime. So, I have to give Blue Beetle 2 thumbs up because they did a fantastic job. And
so I liked it. I'm more of a Ted Kord Blue Beetle kind of guy.
Yeah.
But I will just tell you this: if you are an old school Ted Kord Blue Beetle type of person, you're gonna appreciate this movie. Yeah. I was really surprised the references and the stuff that they did, and I was really happy about that because there was a lot of the history of the character of Blue Beetle that was put into this that I was afraid was not going to be put in this because they were just going to give us the new updated version. They did an
awesome job in mixing the two with Ted Kord and Jaime Ramirez. So it's so fantastic the way they did it. I don't think they've ever done it so well in a movie before.
I love the costume. The costume is great. I know, we were talking about before we went in, like that there's been a lot of people who've compared it to like a 90s Power Ranger movie or something like that. I didn't see that except for that one part.
Yeah, there's one scene in it, but
there's one scene where he does the whole Power Ranger move, and stuff, and it is what it is. But other than that, I thought the fight scenes were really done well. I really felt for him and his family. The family. What did you think of the family dynamic?
The family dynamic was awesome, especially Nana.
Oh my gosh, Nana! Oh my god, it reminded me of my grandma.
Yeah,
Jeez.
And there's so many surprises with Nana that you don't know.
So we still don't know.
And it's like, hopefully they'll come out with Blue Beetle 2 and cover a little bit more Nana's past because wow,
Nana has this huge connection.
Yeah, no, because I got afraid of Nana. I wouldn't want to meet her in a dark alley or in the light alley.
You put her on the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
No, I love the family dynamic because I thought it was really cool how the family all came together, and gave purpose to it. It gave it a lot of heart. This movie has a lot of heart.
It does.
And I think I think it's a shame that it hasn't gotten promoted the way that maybe it should have, or whatever, because it's supposed to have a really, really soft opening weekend. I mean, like really bad. But DC is rebuilding, trying to rebuild, and this movie is supposed to be a part of their new DCU. So it'll be interesting to see how they do that and how they and if they translate this well, because the next movie that we get is Aquaman, but yet that's not going to be apparently connected to this. So the next DCU movie that we get is supposed to be the first DCU movie, and that's Superman Legacy. So it's kind of a weird thing right now with DC. I'm not really sure about it.
Yeah, and it's like with, they're just, for me, it's just another offshoot of the multiverse.
Yeah.
So they're just building off another multiverse universe. So because they're just going off, forget the past, we're going into something different.
Right.
So there's just another multiverse movie. So, and that's the way I've always looked at these movies coming out, because we're changing actors in it, and then we're changing a little bit of history in it. It's just multiverse stuff. For me, that's all it is.
At least they try to acknowledge it. And, I will say, like, the Susan Sarandon did a great job.
She did. She was fabulous.
I thought she was great as
Victoria Cord.
Yeah. Movie has a lot of action, has a lot of heart. There's some CGI stuff that wasn't that great, but then there's a lot of CGI stuff that was really, really good.
Yeah.
There's only a couple of parts that I ever looked at it and thought, yeah, okay, that was the made for HBO Max TV kind of thing. But I think that they really did a good job upgrading this movie from that, which I told you, it makes me wonder, how bad was Batgirl? Like, was it really that bad? Or did they just not want to tell that story and cancel it? But because Batgirl was also supposed to be a direct to HBO Max movie that they were going to put in the theater, and they said that they just couldn't upgrade it enough. They'd already put $100 million into it, and it was like, we don't want to put any more money into this. So
they didn't have the right people in the film then.
I guess not. I don't know, but
so it's like the first Fantastic Four movie that you can see how bad that was because they never released it.
Yeah. We've done a watch party on the channel about that. So with that movie.
Yeah, I've seen
love
some
that
of the.
That movie's got a special place in my heart. I've got a copy of it.
Oh, do you?
Have you ever seen it?
No, I've never.
Dude, it's on YouTube.
I didn't.
Yeah,
even
you
know
can
it
watch
was
it on YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah, there's actually a better copy on YouTube than the copy I got. But that was one of those things. Yeah,
I'll have to look it up, because I just seen some promotional stuff from the old Wizard price guide, and it's like, wow, that just looked horrible.
There is also a documentary on the Tubi app that's all about that movie, because I feel so sorry for those people who were in that movie, because they thought that they were in a legitimate film that was going to go to theaters. Nobody knew that it was a write-off the entire time, because what's his name, who had the rights to it at the time, he just had to make a movie or he'd lose his rights. So he put the money into it to make a low budget, and it is very, very low budget. I mean, I could probably make something better with my phone and an iMovie. But he did that just so he could keep the rights.
Oh, yeah.
But they all thought that this was their big break, because they were going to be in this Fantastic Four movie. But this movie, bring it kind of back and kind of finish this. I was very pleasantly surprised. Is it the best superhero movie that's ever been made? No.
But it's been one of the better DC ones they've done.
It is.
So I have to give them props for that, because it's one of the best movies that DC's done.
And I will say this too, and I don't mean this negatively. If you're a Marvel fan, you'll probably like this movie. Yeah. It's lighter in nature, it's colorful, and let me just tell you all something. Yes, I love the dark stuff. I love Batman v Superman. I love Man of Steel. I love Zack Snyder's Justice League. I love it to have a more serious tone. That's my preference, because I love how the comics for those characters, are portrayed that way. But every movie does not have to be that. Yeah. You can have your Batman v Superman and then have it exist in a world of like Shazam. Where like people complain about Shazam, and I'm like, he's supposed to be a kid.
Yeah.
Like, it should be lighthearted. It's about kids. It's about things. And you know what? Guess what?
Same with Blue Beetle.
Right. We live in a world where there's some dark places and some dark things going on, and then there's other places where not so much dark stuff is going on. So it's okay.
Yeah. And the ending where the community came together for the family, that just said something to me that I always believe in, and it's something my grandfather always says. He always said, if you want good neighbors, be a good neighbor, but it doesn't matter how far apart you live.
Yeah.
Treat each other like you're a neighbor. It doesn't matter if you live next door, the next block over, the next city over, the next state over. Treat each other like a neighbor.
Isn't Michael a good guy? Just good-hearted and good-natured and stuff. Okay, so absolutely. So that's your moment right there for this video, is be a good neighbor, and that's a great that's a great message that I think does come through this. This is about family, being a good neighbor, being responsible with the powers. I love the fact that, like, there are people who die in this movie, but I love how they showed the conflict within him, going from the beginning where he's just wanting to use the powers any way he can and feels justified in using them with lethal force, and then at the end where the Scarab literally kind of steps in and goes, "No, I learned from you. I remember what you." We don't want to give too much away, but I mean, but that's it. So I will say this in closing, Michael. 1 out of 5, 1 being bad, 5 being the best. What do you give this movie?
I'd give it a 5.
You give it a 5?
I give it a 5.
Wow,
I think it was that good. And I usually don't go that high in a lot of the DC movies, especially the live action. But, they did an awesome job.
Okay. I give it a 4. Just because there were a couple moments that were a little corny, and I felt that there was a couple of moments that were just kind of weird hiccup moments that it was like I wasn't quite sure what we were doing or where it was going, and then it catches up later. And also just for the fact that, I'm sorry, but like, why is it that every time he's supposed to run away from something, he just doesn't run away? He just stands there gawking and like talking to the person that he's supposed to be running away from. Run away. Learn when to leave. Yeah. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run. And there's a couple times you should have ran, but.
Kenny Rogers.
Yeah, but so I don't think it's a perfect movie, but I think that it's definitely a higher scoring movie. Yeah. It's something that I think if more people saw, they would enjoy it. But time will tell. Time will tell how this movie has legs, and if it does, like The Flash, for example, it didn't do very well at the box office, but it's doing very well on VOD, on video on demand. So we'll see how this movie goes. I know that the Mexican community has really come out in support of this movie. The Hispanic community has really come out in support of this movie. So hopefully more people will go see it. I enjoyed it. And I'm a Ted Kord guy, so like I really like this movie, and I can't wait to see what they do next. But what did you think? Let us know down in the comment section. Say hi to Michael, and
hi, everybody.
Making his debut here on the Poindexter Lounge. And tell us what you thought in the comment section. Let us know out of 5 what you thought and why you liked it or why you disliked it. And please don't throw at me like Zack Snyder didn't do it. I understand that. I love Zack Snyder. He's a great guy. But this is just a different movie, guys. Like, I don't know where we got off where like we can't just enjoy a movie just based on its own merits, that all of a sudden we gotta, I've never seen so many people, Michael, in my life more worried about who's producing a movie, who's directing a movie, or who's writing the movie, or like who doesn't even have anything to do with it. It's like an executive producer that left the company 2 years ago, but it's still, their name is still on the film, and people are so worried about that. Sometimes just go to the movies. I remember those days, man.
Go enjoy yourself.
Just go to the movies, man. Look, the movies are great. Like, look how awesome is it? Like, people complain about the Barbie movie. I love the Barbie movie. I just like movies, right? So go see some. Yeah. Go see a couple movies. I still got to go see Oppenheimer. I still got to go see that, but I'll get to it. But love you guys. Remember, like I always say, don't let anybody tell you that your fandom doesn't matter, and don't tell anybody that their fandom doesn't matter. But seek to have good conversations. Respect everybody, treat everybody with some respect, and if you do that, there'll always be a place for you here in the Poindexter Lounge.
Treat each other like family you like.
That's right. That's right.
And
all right.
Love somebody every day. So.
Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome, brother.
Rock
My
on.
pleasure.
All right, until next time. Peace out. Bye-bye.
Later, guys.